Well, certainly not the effort we wanted to go out there and play with today. It's pretty doggone evident in the score and in the loss to Appalachian State. And, there in the second half, they did a really good job of wanting it much more than we did. Tell you the truth, throughout the course of that game, I was like, I didn't know if either team wanted to take that win. And it snowballed on us there in the second half. Very disappointing. I mean, it's a very disappointing feeling that it just, I don't know what the turning point was for it to go downhill like it did. And that's the thing, you got to go back and you got to watch tape, but we got to do a lot of soul searching in here. I don't know where some of the mentality came from right there in the middle of the third quarter and then throughout the fourth quarter. And, but I've got to do some, we got to talk as a team. We don't need we don't need to go out there and, I won't even go into that. We just, we got to figure some things out. It certainly didn't end the way we had hoped.
Appreciate it, Coach. We'll now take questions from members of the media. As for a friendly reminder, if you can keep yourself on mute until asking your question and then remute yourself, we would greatly appreciate it. Go ahead with questions for Coach.
Coach, could you address their pressure? It seemed like they were getting after you right from the start and never let it up. Is that what you expected?
Well, some of the things we do, we try to get as many receivers out as we can. So in a lot of our throw game, it's a 5-man protection at times, and they did a good job with inside pressure, bringing their 2 inside linebackers, and they were spying their defensive ends to get some inside pressure on us right away. And that was just good on their part. And we probably should have had a little bit more protection, leaving a back end right there. But even when we did bring our max protection in, they still brought one more on the side that we could have picked up. So they did a really good job in matching the protections and bringing the stunts. So the credit's to them.
The quarterback decision, bringing Quad back in, was that something that going in you felt like might be something you'd do early if you felt like you needed a spark on offense, or what was the thought process there?
Well, we went in thinking we were going to play them both. We of course had to get our throwing game going a little bit, and we thought at that point, we weren't sitting there running the football on Appalachian State, and we haven't been able to do that in the past very well. They do a good job, got a great scheme, and does a good job managing the run game. And we felt like we would have to throw it more in this contest to move the football a little bit. So we had already thought about bringing Quad in. Both of our quarterbacks knew the situation, and we made the move.
The 3 field goals that you ended up having to settle for in the red zone, it seemed like in the end, if those drives end a different way, the game might go a different way down the stretch.
You've probably heard me say a lot of times that you don't win games by kicking field goals. And, we were playing so well defensively and keeping it close right there within, really 1-score game that I thought, hey, let's take the field goal and we'll make up for it here in the second half and get those touchdowns in there. But you certainly can't kick the field goals. I mean, Noel's a great kicker, but we've got to go punch those things in. We can't leave the ball on the 10, the 15-yard line, or the 5-yard line for that matter, and not get 7 points out of it. It's just it's not one of the things that you do in this day and age. You've got to score to win, and it's very important that you score touchdowns in the red zone.
Coach, speaking of the defense, the emergence this year of Jordan Venzial and, of course, Blake Carroll today your defense had a really good performance. Can you speak a little more about what you liked that you saw today?
Yeah, I really thought they played well defensively right through the third quarter, and we really, we're right there within striking distance, and they hit that long throw on us, and then come back. We make the turnover. Our defense holds. They kick the field goal. And like I said, we were playing really good defensively. Their run game was in check. Their throw game was in check, other than hitting that long pass. yeah, I was proud of our defense, and I'm still proud of our defense. I'm not proud of how we finished the game, defensively, offensively, or anything for that matter. But yeah, I was pleased. I was pleased. They were giving us opportunities to get the ball back and score. And ultimately, offensively, we could not do that. And the credit to Appalachian State and what they do and their scheme. And they do a really nice job. They're a well-coached football team. They've got good players, and they outmatched us.
You talked about wanting to see more from the team down the stretch. You went on 4th and short inside your own territory a couple times in the 4th quarter. Was that a little bit of you trying to say to them, like, get in those situations and try and get some of that fight back, even with the result being where it was at that point?
Yeah, I mean, listen, what would it have done? You know, get back there and punt it. I mean, listen, I was trying to sustain the drive. I wanted to go score points. I wanted to, you know, try to fight through the very end. I mean, this is like our last touchdown pass. I mean, we could have easily handed the ball off, and I was like, no, we got to take a shot at the end zone. We got to do something. So certainly, I mean, yeah, if I just want to get back there and punt the game away and wait for the 4th quarter to be over so I can come in here and go home, for that matter, that would have been all well and good. I wanted to score. I wanted to keep fighting. I mean, you've got to demonstrate a fight and a will. And it's 60 minutes. It's going to pay off if you continue to fight for everything that you want, everything that you need, all the way down the stretch.